So as a therapist, I get asked a lot about mindfulness and how it works and why anyone would do it. And the truth is, it's kind of difficult because mindfulness is a bit of a buzzword at the minute in mental health and self-help kind of circles. So it's very, very hard to kind of escape it. I mean, mindfulness is taught in schools and all sorts of things. But one of the biggest things that comes into my room as a therapist is that people are really frustrated with it because it doesn't actually work for them. And usually there's a very simple reason why it doesn't work for them. And it's actually because it's not because mindfulness doesn't work, and it's not because there's anything wrong with them. What it is that nobody explains to them at the start how it actually works. So mindfulness works by using as many of your senses as possible to do a single activity. So when you're doing mindful meditations and things like that, what you're doing is you're trying to usually you're talking about bodily sensations and things while you're meditating, and it takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of time, and people don't get told to begin with that actually mastering meditation and mindfulness meditation isn't 6 weeks and off you go. It's literally a daily practice for years to actually really get there. And particularly with the guided meditations, it's like you can't guide them yourself. Somebody actually has to walk you through them every time you do them until you get really, really practiced. So usually what I do is I actually recommend people start with much, much simpler types of mindfulness. And it can be as simple as when you're going for a walk in the park, take off your shoes and walk in the grass. Because the sensation of walking in the grass is really, really odd. So it draws your attention. It makes it much more easy for you to stay in that moment because you're really focused on the feeling under the soles of your feet. Or doing things like making a cup of tea in a very particular way. That can really work because you have the smell of the tea, the feel of the cup, all of that. So that's my quick take on mindfulness.